northeastern.com.
Welcome to Daily News Brief, your clear, concise look at today's top headlines. If you find this update helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a story that matters.
Millions of Americans approaching or in retirement worry about outliving their savings.
This fear is addressed by William Bengen, creator of the 4% Rule, in his new book, A Richer Retirement.
Bengen argues that with proper planning, retirees can ensure their savings last.
He originally developed the 4% Rule decades ago to guide retirement withdrawals.
Bengen has been refining this strategy ever since.
He became interested in this issue in the early 1990s as a financial advisor.
His baby boomer clients, facing longer retirements, began asking about sustainable spending.
At the time, there was little information available to answer their questions.
This was because longer life expectancies in retirement were a relatively new phenomenon.
People retiring in the 1950s and 60s often only had about 10 years of retirement.
Now, people expect to spend 20, 30, or even more years in retirement.
The 4% Rule, now adjusted to 4.7%, is a safe withdrawal rate.
Bengen calculated this by analyzing the investment returns of retirees from 1926 onward.
He tested various withdrawal rates over 30-year periods, primarily using individual retirement accounts.
The 4.15% rate, determined in 1994, ensured retirees did not deplete their savings.
However, this is a conservative number and may not be suitable for everyone.
Bengen never anticipated the 4% Rule would become a gold standard.
He initially developed it for his own clients, and is surprised by its widespread adoption.
2 Pennsylvania state troopers are in stable condition after being shot in Susquehanna County.
The incident also resulted in the deaths of a woman and the suspect who ambushed the troopers.
The troopers, identified as Joseph Parachinsky and William Jenkins, were responding to a welfare check.
The call reported shots fired near State Route 171 in Thompson Township.
Upon arrival, 61-year-old Carmine Fano opened fire on the troopers.
Fano was armed with a rifle and refused to comply with commands from law enforcement.
He was subsequently shot and killed during the incident.
Before engaging the troopers, Fano shot and killed 57-year-old Lori Wasco.
Both Fanino and Wasco were residents of Thompson Township.
An emergency medical services worker, Jay Larson, was also injured during the incident.
Larson crashed his vehicle while responding to the shooting.
Trooper Parachinsky applied a tourniquet to Trooper Jenkins.
A third trooper evacuated them from the scene, despite their patrol cars being riddled with bullets.
This is the 5th and 6th time a Pennsylvania state trooper has been shot since January of 2023.
One of the previous shootings was fatal.
The Pennsylvania State Police and Governor Josh Shapiro held a news conference.
The conference took place at Geisinger Community Medical Center.
Colonel Christopher L. Paris provided details about the incident.
The investigation into this attack is ongoing.
Thanks for staying informed. See you in the next episode.
United Airlines temporarily grounded all United States flights due to a technical problem with their weight and balance computer system.
The airline issued a statement explaining that they were holding mainline flights at departure airports due to this technology issue.
United Airlines assured the public that flights already in the air would not be affected.
The company prioritized safety and pledged to assist customers in reaching their destinations.
After several hours, United Airlines announced that the technical issue had been resolved.
They confirmed via social media that they were working to get customers to their destinations.
The airline anticipated some residual delays, but affirmed their team was working to restore normal operations.
Despite the quick resolution, many passengers faced significant disruptions and expressed their frustration online.
One passenger complained about being stuck on the tarmac at Denver International Airport for over an hour, with no updates from United Airlines.
Another frustrated traveler demanded that passengers be allowed off the planes due to unbearable conditions.
A third passenger pleaded with the airline for an update, highlighting the plight of thousands of stranded customers.
In response, United Airlines explained that they were holding some flights to manage gate availability at destination airports.
They acknowledged potential delays and reiterated their commitment to restoring normal operations as quickly and safely as possible.
The airline apologized for the inconvenience caused by the technology outage and the resulting flight disruptions.
This incident caused widespread disruption and highlighted the potential impact of technical issues on air travel.
The swift resolution, however, demonstrated the airline's ability to address and rectify such problems.
Russian aircraft manufacturers have delivered just one of their 15 planned commercial jets this year.
This is due to sanctions impacting access to foreign components and high interest rates affecting investment, according to Swiss aviation intelligence provider CH-Aviation.
Since the invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, Western sanctions have restricted access to foreign aircraft and spare parts.
Russian airlines, with a fleet largely composed of Airbus and Boeing jets, now rely on indirect import routes for essential components.
Creating a self-sufficient aviation industry in Russia will take years, potentially decades, due to the lack of a component base, technology, production facilities, and skilled engineers.
Russia relies heavily on commercial aircraft for domestic travel and freight transport across its vast geographical expanse.
Recent incidents, including a plane crash and a cyber attack on Aeroflot, underscore the urgent need to address the declining state of the Russian aircraft fleet.
The aviation sector is part of a wider industrial slowdown, with factory output contracting at its fastest pace since March 2022.
High interest rates have contributed to declining car production, bankruptcies in the coal sector, and slower export volumes of commodities.
These economic challenges are also affecting the missed aircraft production targets and contributing to slower overall economic growth.
In 2021, Russia added 52 new commercial aircraft to its fleet, including planes from Airbus, Boeing, and Sukhoi superjets built with imported parts.
Since then, only 13 new planes have been added, primarily superjets, and one Tupolev Tu-214.
The government has repeatedly revised its aircraft production goals downwards due to high interest rates and financing challenges.
State conglomerate Rostec, which oversees aircraft production, has struggled to meet deadlines for the Superjet 100s, Tupolev Tu-214s, Ilyushin passenger planes, and the new Yakovlev MC-21 jet.
The MC-21, built with Russian-made parts, is heavier and less fuel-efficient than the version with imported parts, making airlines hesitant to adopt it.
Serial production of the MC-21, SJ-100, and Illinois 114 jets is now expected to begin in 2026, 2 years later than originally planned.
An Australian scientist, Karl Kruselnicki, suggests that probabilities are the primary reason for disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle.
He is not alone in this assessment, as the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association and Lloyd's of London share similar views.
Considering weather conditions and potential pilot error, Kruselnicki dismisses the notion of a supernatural phenomena.
The mystery surrounding the Bermuda Triangle has persisted for decades, yet these organizations have long offered alternative explanations.
Over 50 ships and 20 planes have vanished in the Bermuda Triangle in the last century, each disappearance fueling conspiracy theories.
The area, roughly defined by Florida, Bermuda, and the Greater Antilles, has become synonymous with unexplained events.
Kruselnicki rejects the supernatural reputation of the Bermuda Triangle, echoing the stance of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association.
Both have consistently stated that the disappearances are not mysterious, but rather a matter of probability.
The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association stated in 2010 that there is no evidence of a higher frequency of disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle compared to other well-traveled areas.
Kruselnicki has reiterated this point since 2017, emphasizing the high volume of traffic in a challenging navigational area.
He argues that the number of disappearances is proportionate to global averages, a view supported by Lloyd's of London and the United States Coast Guard.
Lloyd's of London has held this theory since the 1970s, further reinforcing the probability argument.
The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association suggests environmental factors contribute to the disappearances, including the Gulf Stream's unpredictable weather.
The numerous islands in the Caribbean Sea create navigational complexities, and magnetic compass variations can lead to wayfinding confusion.
The United States Navy and Coast Guard maintain that there are no supernatural explanations for maritime disasters.
They attribute these events to the combined forces of nature and human error.
Kelly Clarkson's former husband, Brandon Blackstock, recently passed away at age 48 after a private 3-year battle with melanoma.
His management company, Starstruck, released a statement confirming his passing and highlighting his courageous fight against the disease.
Melanoma, often referred to as black tumor, is the most dangerous form of skin cancer.
It claims the lives of approximately 8,000 Americans annually.
Many skin cancers, such as basal cell carcinoma, typically remain localized and do not spread.
However, melanoma is different because it has a high potential to metastasize, spreading to other parts of the body.
This spread occurs through the bloodstream and lymphatic system.
Several factors influence the risk of melanoma spreading, including the tumor's size and stage.
The patient's age and any pre-existing medical conditions, like a weakened immune system, also play a role.
Melanoma can manifest as a new mole, a changing mole, or a spot with irregular characteristics.
These irregularities can include shape, border, and color variations, often with shades of brown, black, pink, red, or white.
Doctors recommend looking for the ABCDEs of melanoma: asymmetry, border irregularity, color variability, diameter greater than 6 millimeters, and evolution.
Regular skin checkups are crucial for early detection and evaluation of suspicious spots.
While self-exams are helpful, professional evaluation is often necessary because some benign moles can appear irregular.
Conversely, some melanomas may not exhibit typical characteristics or even have pigment.
Melanoma can affect people of all skin colors and ethnicities, though lighter skin significantly increases the risk.
Recently, video footage surfaced of an incident involving sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson at the Seattle-Tacoma International Airport.
Richardson was arrested and charged with fourth-degree domestic assault after an altercation with her boyfriend, fellow sprinter Christian Coleman.
The case has since been cleared.
The security footage, released by TMZ, shows Richardson repeatedly shoving Coleman as they walked through the airport concourse.
At one point, she pushed him into a large pole.
Police arrested Richardson after reviewing the security footage.
She was held at the South Correctional Entity in Des Moines, Washington for nearly 24 hours before being released.
Coleman reportedly declined to press charges.
While their relationship became public in February, Coleman reportedly told police they have been together for 2 years.
Washington state law mandates arrest in domestic violence cases if police respond within 4 hours.
Following the incident, Richardson competed in the United States of America Track and Field Championships in Eugene, Oregon.
Although she advanced to the semifinals of the women's 100-meter race, she later withdrew.
She also competed in the 200-meter race, but did not qualify for the finals.
The United States of America Track and Field was aware of the incident but did not offer further comment at the time of the reports.
They have yet to comment on the released security video.
As the reigning world champion in the 100 meters, Richardson will automatically qualify for the World Championships in Tokyo this September.
The United States Air Force prioritizes the quantity of the new B-21 Raider bombers.
Major General Jason Armagost, commander of the 8th Air Force, emphasized the importance of the B-21 fleet size.
The Air Force plans to acquire at least 100 B-21s, with some advocating for 145.
Currently, one pre-production Raider is in flight testing, with more in production.
The B-21 is expected to replace the B-2 and B-1 bomber fleets.
General Armagost is excited about building a campaign force with the B-21.
The B-21 possesses advanced stealth capabilities and a long, unrefueled range.
It will also have networking, electronic warfare, and intelligence capabilities.
The B-21 is smaller than the B-2 and carries less ordnance.
The design balances proven technology with new developments for affordability.
A larger B-21 fleet allows for diverse attack options and wider range of capabilities.
This requires adversaries to rethink their investments in denying airspace access.
The B-21 is part of a larger long-range strike family of systems.
This includes the Long-Range Standoff Cruise Missile.
Operation Midnight Hammer highlighted the scale of future missions envisioned.
This operation involved 125 aircraft, including 7 B-2 bombers.
The B-2 fleet is maintenance-intensive, limiting availability.
General Armagost acknowledged the current limitations and potential risks.
The B-2 is a key component of the United States nuclear arsenal.
The original plan was for 132 B-2s.
The Air Force currently has 19 B-2 bombers due to losses.
Sustaining B-2 operations, especially in the Pacific, would be challenging.
A larger B-21 fleet offers greater flexibility and a higher operational tempo.
The Air Force aims for the B-21 to enter service before the end of the decade.
A disturbing video circulating online appears to show a man abducting a child at a Virginia shopping mall.
Authorities are asking for the public's help in identifying the suspect and the child.
The video, reportedly taken by a bystander, shows a man quickly grabbing a young child.
The incident allegedly occurred in broad daylight, causing panic among shoppers.
The man in the video is described as having a medium build and wearing a dark-colored shirt.
He appears to be in his late 20s or early 30s.
The child is described as being approximately 4 to 5 years old and wearing a brightly colored dress.
Police have released stills from the video in hopes of getting leads.
They are urging anyone who recognizes the individuals involved to contact them immediately.
The Federal Bureau of Investigation is also assisting with the investigation.
The shopping mall has increased security measures following the incident.
They are cooperating fully with law enforcement to provide any necessary information.
The video has been shared widely across social media platforms.
This incident serves as a reminder to remain vigilant about child safety, especially in public places.
The community is understandably shaken by this disturbing event.
Everyone is hoping for the safe return of the child.
Tata Consultancy Services announced job cuts impacting over 12,000 employees.
Experts suggest this signals a trend driven by artificial intelligence, potentially eliminating many jobs.
While Tata Consultancy Services attributes the reduction to skill mismatches, experts disagree.
They consider this the beginning of changes in the outsourcing industry, with many positions being lost.
This industry has played a vital role in India's growing middle class, but artificial intelligence is changing things.
These changes impact the millions employed in the sector.
The sector significantly influences India's economy through job creation and consumption.
Traditionally, it has employed many of India's engineers, but experts predict a shift.
Ray Wang highlights the transformative impact on white-collar work, anticipating more layoffs.
Those most vulnerable are managers with limited technical skills and support staff.
Gaurav Vasu estimates many professionals are at risk of layoffs due to skill gaps.
He notes that many layoffs would impact workers with several years of experience.
Vasu also points out potential negative impacts on consumer spending due to job losses.
Major Indian IT firms employ many workers who are now facing uncertainty.
Kamal Karanth refers to these experienced employees as the big fat middle layer.
He explains that client demands and artificial intelligence are forcing companies to reassess.
A woman is accused of shoplifting over $100 worth of merchandise from a public store with a young child present.
This incident occurred around 6:30 post-meridiem on July 5 at a public store near Davenport, Florida.
The Polk County Sheriff's Office is investigating this crime.
When confronted by another woman about the theft, the suspect reportedly struck the woman twice and then pushed her.
The suspect then fled the scene in a dark-colored Wagoneer.
The Polk County Sheriff's Office stated that the young child is innocent of any wrongdoing.
2 other women were present with the suspect and may be witnesses or accomplices.
These women are encouraged to contact the Polk County Sheriff's Office to provide information.
Anyone with information about this crime is urged to contact Detective Weich.
You can reach Detective Weich by phone at 863-2363900.
You can also reach Detective Weich by email at dweich@polksheriff.org.
For anonymous tips and potential rewards, contact Heartland Crime Stoppers.
You can call Heartland Crime Stoppers at 1-800-400-TIPS.
You can also dial *TIPS from your cell phone.
Submit tips online at heartlandcrimestoppers.com.
Or download the P3 Tips app on your smartphone or tablet.
Governor J.B. Pritzker is demanding action after State Farm announced a 27% average increase in homeowners insurance rates in Illinois this August.
WBBM confirmed this price hike after receiving an email from State Farm, which cited dropping profits as the reason for the change.
State Farm reported spending $1.26 for every dollar received from homeowners in 2024.
However, Governor Pritzker expressed concern over State Farm's justification, calling the rate hike unfair and arbitrary.
He stated that State Farm's catastrophe loss numbers are inconsistent with the Illinois Department of Insurance's analysis.
The governor suggests that State Farm may be shifting out-of-state costs onto Illinois homeowners.
State Farm also attributes the price hike to the increasing frequency of severe weather events.
Illinois reportedly had more hail damage claims in 2024 than any other state except Texas.
The scientific consensus is that severe weather events are becoming more extreme due to rising global temperatures.
Continued premium increases could make it difficult for many people to afford essential expenses.
Governor Pritzker has called on the Illinois Department of Insurance and the State General Assembly to take action.
He hopes legislative and regulatory acts will lower insurance rates for Illinois homeowners.
Major oil and gas companies are considered largely responsible for creating the pollution driving climate change.
Advocating for laws that reduce pollution and protect communities is one way individuals can make a difference.
It is important for communities to discuss and support legislation that addresses pollution and environmental protection.
Taking action to advocate for change can help both individuals and the planet as a whole.
The United States government has increased the reward for the arrest of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro to $50 million.
He is accused of narco-terrorism and conspiring to import cocaine into the United States.
Attorney General Pam Bondi announced the increased reward, stating that Maduro will be held accountable for his crimes.
Maduro was indicted in 2020 during the first Trump presidency, along with several close allies.
The initial reward was $15 million and was later raised to $25 million by the Biden administration.
This is the same amount offered for the capture of Osama bin Laden after the September 11th attacks.
Despite the substantial reward, Maduro remains in power and was recently re-elected.
His re-election has been condemned by the United States, the European Union, and several Latin American governments.
Last month, the Trump administration negotiated the release of 10 Americans jailed in Venezuela.
In exchange, Venezuela received scores of migrants deported by the United States to El Salvador.
Shortly after, the White House allowed United States oil producer Chevron to resume drilling in Venezuela.
Bondi stated that the Justice Department has seized over $700 million in assets linked to Maduro.
This includes 2 private jets and nearly 7 tons of cocaine traced directly to Maduro.
Venezuelan Foreign Minister Iván Gil dismissed the reward as pathetic and accused Bondi of political propaganda.
He referenced the backlash Bondi faced after the Justice Department announced the non-existence of a rumored client list of Jeffrey Epstein.
Gil characterized Bondi's announcement as a joke and a distraction from her own issues.
Archaeologists discovered a 2,600-year-old clay seal bearing the name of a possible biblical figure.
This seal, found in Jerusalem, offers a fascinating glimpse into the First Temple period.
Seals served as a form of identification in ancient times, verifying ownership and preventing theft.
This particular seal was likely used to secure a bag or storage vessel.
The inscription reads, "Belonging to Yedaiah, son of Asayahu."
The name Asayahu appears in the Hebrew Bible as a senior official of King Josiah.
King Josiah reigned during the 7th and 6th centuries before Common Era.
This corresponds with the estimated age of the seal based on its writing style.
Asayahu is mentioned in the story of the discovery of an ancient scroll during temple repairs.
He was sent by King Josiah to consult with the prophetess Huldah.
Researchers believe the seal's owner, Yedaiah, may also have held a prominent position.
While it is not definitively confirmed that this is the same Asayahu from the Bible, it is considered highly likely.
The seal was discovered by archaeologist Mordechai Ehrlich during excavations at the Temple Mount.
Reflectance transformation imaging photography was used to analyze the seal.
This technique involves photographing the artifact under various light sources to create a detailed image.
A preserved fingerprint, likely from the seal's owner, was also found on the artifact.
The discovery provides valuable insight into the lives and roles of individuals during the First Temple period.
Further research and analysis of the seal are expected to be published in a peer-reviewed journal.
Apple released iOS version 18.6 with important bug fixes and security updates, so it is recommended to update your iPhone as soon as possible.
This update also presents a good opportunity to reevaluate how you use your iPhone and make adjustments for a better experience.
10 specific settings can improve daily iPhone use, ranging from quality of life upgrades to enhanced privacy.
These changes are easy to implement, even for non-technical users, and most take less than a minute to apply.
If your iPhone feels sluggish or is not performing optimally, these adjustments might help.
One setting to consider changing is the Mail app categories feature.
This feature sorts emails into categories like primary, transactions, and promotions, but it might not suit everyone.
You can either maintain a chronological view within categories or disable categories altogether.
Another customization option is changing the default buttons on the lock screen.
You can now replace the flashlight and camera buttons with other functions like Shazam or dark mode.
The Prioritize Notifications feature within Apple Intelligence can help manage the influx of alerts.
This feature uses artificial intelligence to determine which notifications are most important to you.
The Action button on newer iPhone models offers more configurable controls with the iOS 18.4 update.
You can now assign actions like visual intelligence or opening specific apps to the Action button.
iOS version 18 allows for greater customization of the home screen layout, including free positioning of app icons.
Dark mode now applies to the entire home screen and offers options for coloring icons and adjusting wallpaper brightness.
The United States Air Force will deny early retirement to transgender service members with 15 to 18 years of service.
Instead of retirement benefits, these service members will be separated from the service.
This means they must choose between a separation payment or involuntary removal.
An Air Force spokesperson confirmed that no exceptions to this policy were approved.
Approximately 12 service members were initially told they could retire, but this decision was reversed.
A memo explained that the denial of retirement benefits followed careful consideration of individual applications.
All transgender Air Force members are being separated under the Trump administration policies.
This decision follows the Supreme Court allowing the Pentagon to proceed with a ban on transgender troops.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth subsequently announced a policy offering transgender troops two options.
They can volunteer to leave with a separation payment or face involuntary separation later.
The Pentagon stated its intention to treat those affected with dignity and respect.
However, transgender troops have described the separation process, including reverting service records to birth gender, as dehumanizing.
Shannon Leary, a lawyer specializing in LGBTQ+ employment discrimination, anticipates lawsuits challenging this decision.
She points out the seeming arbitrariness and cruelty of the policy, given these service members' dedication.
Leary emphasizes that early retirement is typically available to all members with over 15 years of service.
She also expects other branches of the military to follow the Air Force's lead.
A new study indicates that avoiding ultra-processed foods can significantly improve weight loss results.
Participants in the study lost twice as much weight on a diet of minimally processed foods compared to a diet that included ultra-processed foods.
Ultra-processed foods often contain high levels of sodium, refined sugars, and unhealthy fats.
These foods typically undergo extensive processing and include additives and preservatives.
The study linked ultra-processed food consumption to various health issues, including cardiovascular disease and cancer.
In the trial, the ultra-processed food group included items like breakfast cereal, granola bars, and instant noodles.
The minimally processed food group enjoyed meals like overnight oats with fresh fruit and homemade stir-fry.
Although portions and nutritional content were similar between the diets, processing levels differed significantly.
Participants lost weight on both diets, but significantly more on the minimally processed food diet.
Over 8 weeks, the minimally processed food group lost 2% of their body weight, compared to 1% in the other group.
Projected over a year, this translates to a potential weight loss of 9 to 13% on the minimally processed food diet.
The ultra-processed food diet projected a yearly weight loss of 4 to 5%.
The minimally processed food diet also led to more fat loss, fewer cravings, and lower triglycerides.
Researchers believe people consumed fewer calories on the minimally processed food diet because the food was less palatable.
Despite the risks, ultra-processed foods are difficult to avoid due to their convenience and engineered flavors.
Participants rated the minimally processed food lower in taste and flavor, suggesting they ate less due to reduced cravings.
The study contradicted previous claims that ultra-processed foods completely inhibit weight loss.
Researchers attribute this to the specific ultra-processed food diet used in the study, which followed nutritional guidelines.
Baby boomer leaders are increasingly choosing millennials over Generation X for chief executive officer positions.
This trend is evident in the declining proportion of Generation X chief executive officers in the Russell 3000.
Meanwhile, The number of millennial chief executive officers has grown.
Companies like Red Lobster, Lime, and Kickstarter have all appointed millennial chief executive officers recently.
While Generation X represents the largest proportion of chief executive officers, their opportunities are shrinking.
Baby boomers are bypassing Generation X, promoting millennials directly into leadership roles.
This shift is largely attributed to the rising importance of artificial intelligence in business.
Millennials generally possess the digital skills needed to lead this technological transformation.
The proportion of baby boomer chief executive officers has increased from 35.1% in 2017 to 41.5% currently.
During the same period, the proportion of millennial chief executive officers rose from 13.8% to 15.1%.
However, the proportion of Generation X chief executive officers decreased from 51.1% to 43.4%.
Experts suggest that Generation X's hesitation towards artificial intelligence may be a contributing factor.
Chief executive officers believe that embracing artificial intelligence is crucial for future success.
Millennials are more likely to use generative artificial intelligence at work compared to older generations.
A 2024 Randstad report found that 50% of millennials use generative artificial intelligence at work.
In comparison, only 34% of Generation X and 19% of baby boomers use the technology.
India recently claimed to have shot down 6 Pakistani military aircraft during clashes in May.
This claim, made by India's Air Force chief, marks the first public acknowledgement of such losses since the conflict.
Pakistan's defense minister rejected this statement, denying any aircraft losses.
The Indian Air Chief Marshal stated that the majority of Pakistani aircraft were downed by India's S-400 missile system.
He cited electronic tracking data as evidence, confirming the destruction of 5 fighters and 1 large aircraft.
This large aircraft, possibly a surveillance plane, was reportedly shot down from a distance of 300 kilometers.
The Air Chief Marshal described this as the largest recorded surface-to-air kill.
He also mentioned airstrikes targeting another surveillance plane and several F-16 fighters stationed at Pakistani airbases.
Pakistan's defense minister accused India of dishonesty and suggested independent verification of aircraft inventories.
He warned that such narratives increase the risk of strategic miscalculation in a nuclear environment.
Pakistan, which operates primarily Chinese and United States aircraft, has consistently denied losing any aircraft in the May conflict.
United States officials have previously stated they were unaware of any United States F-16s being hit in Pakistan.
Pakistan, conversely, claimed to have shot down 6 Indian aircraft, including a French Rafale fighter.
While India acknowledged some losses, they denied losing 6 aircraft.
France's air chief has stated he has seen evidence of 3 downed Indian fighters, including 1 Rafale.
The Indian Air Force has not yet commented on these claims.
Las Vegas police are searching for 5 suspects involved in an armed robbery.
The robbery occurred on July 9th in the northern Las Vegas Valley.
The incident took place near the intersection of North Decatur Boulevard and Tropical Parkway.
The 5 suspects are accused of stealing merchandise from a local business.
They also reportedly used violence and a weapon against employees.
The employees were attempting to stop the suspects from stealing.
The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department is asking for the public's assistance.
Anyone with information about the robbery should contact the police.
You can also submit tips anonymously through Crime Stoppers.
The Crime Stoppers phone number is 702-385-5555.
The suspects remain at large, and the investigation is ongoing.
This incident highlights the importance of community cooperation in solving crimes.
By working together, we can help keep our communities safe.
Providing information, no matter how small, can be crucial to catching criminals.
The police are committed to apprehending the suspects and bringing them to justice.
Remember, if you see something, say something.
A woman was rescued from a chimney in San Fernando, California on Tuesday evening.
The incident occurred in the 200 block of Park Avenue.
Witnesses reported seeing the woman dancing on a rooftop before falling into the chimney.
San Fernando police officers called the Los Angeles Fire Department for assistance.
Firefighters conducted a lengthy and complex rescue operation.
They successfully hoisted the woman out of the chimney.
The rescue took place in front of numerous parkgoers.
The chimney is part of a historical building located within San Fernando Recreational Park.
San Fernando Police Sergeant Brian Woodward commented on the unusual nature of the incident.
He stated that it was unlike anything he had encountered in his career.
A parkgoer named Israel Olivas witnessed the event.
He saw the woman on the roof removing her clothes before she fell.
Mr. Olivas then heard the woman crying out for help from inside the chimney.
The woman is now safe and free thanks to the efforts of the firefighters.
The Los Angeles Fire Department responded quickly and efficiently to the situation.
The San Fernando Police Department also played a crucial role in ensuring the woman's safety.
The United States Department of Commerce has begun issuing licenses to NVIDIA for exporting H20 chips to China.
This removes a significant obstacle for NVIDIA to access this key market.
The United States reversed a ban on the sale of the H20 chip to China last month.
NVIDIA had modified the H20 microprocessor specifically for the Chinese market to comply with export controls.
NVIDIA warned that the restrictions would reduce sales by $8 billion from its July quarter.
NVIDIA Chief Executive Officer Jensen Huang met with former President Trump on Wednesday, according to sources.
A spokesperson for NVIDIA declined to comment.
A White House spokesperson did not immediately respond to a request for comment.
NVIDIA stated in July it was filing applications with the United States government to resume sales of the H20 graphics processing unit to China.
The company had been assured it would receive the licenses soon.
It is unclear how many licenses have been issued.
It is also unclear which companies NVIDIA is allowed to ship the H20 chips to.
The total value of the shipments allowed is also unknown.
NVIDIA disclosed in April that it expected a $5.5 billion charge related to the restrictions.
In May, NVIDIA stated the actual first-quarter charge due to the H20 restrictions was $1 billion less than expected.
This was because it was able to reuse some materials.
Republican Representative Carlos Jimenez is introducing a resolution to remove Illinois Representative Delia Ramirez from the House Homeland Security Committee.
This follows comments Representative Ramirez made at the Pan American Congress in Mexico City during the August recess.
At the Congress, Representative Ramirez stated, "I am a proud Guatemalan before I am an American."
Representative Jimenez told Cable News Network he views this conduct as unbecoming of any member of Congress.
He believes her statement disqualifies her from serving on a committee responsible for Homeland Security.
Representative Jimenez, born in Cuba and exiled after the communist takeover, expressed his gratitude to the United States.
He emphasized the importance of allegiance to the United States for members of Congress.
In response, Representative Ramirez said this action was not normal but predictable.
She identifies as the most progressive member of the Homeland Security Committee.
She has been critical of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem and called for her resignation.
Representative Ramirez believes she is being targeted for her stance on diversity, equity, and inclusion.
She vowed to continue using her voice and heritage to defend everyone in America.
Representative Ramirez, an American citizen born to Guatemalan immigrants, clarified her statement on Monday.
She argued that honoring her Guatemalan ancestry strengthens her commitment to America.
She compared this to other representatives who identify with their ancestral heritage.
Another Democrat, Representative LaMonica McIver, also faces potential removal from the same committee.
A family in Spokane, Washington, encountered 3 mooses in their yard.
The moose stayed for a couple of hours, eating, digesting, and resting.
The family, including 2 daughters and a cat, observed the moose from inside their house.
The moose were initially unbothered by the family's presence.
When the moose approached the fruit trees, the homeowner tried to scare them away.
Banging on the window proved ineffective in deterring the moose.
One of the daughters used a long polyvinyl chloride pipe to create a loud noise.
The sound from the pipe successfully drove the moose away from the property.
While this encounter was harmless, wildlife in urban areas can be problematic.
Such encounters can lead to animals being euthanized to prevent future incidents.
Human development encroaches on wild habitats, leading to increased human-wildlife interaction.
The human population has grown exponentially, displacing many animals.
Human activities, such as logging and deep-sea trawling, disrupt ecosystems.
Human-wildlife conflict impacts various groups, including farmers and indigenous peoples.
Policymakers need to address human-wildlife coexistence for a sustainable future.
Solutions should benefit both people and wildlife affected by these encounters.
President Donald Trump signed an executive order granting political appointees power over billions of dollars in federal grants.
Scientists are concerned this order could jeopardize the United States' position as a global leader in research and development.
The order mandates all federal agencies, including the National Science Foundation and the National Institutes of Health, to appoint officials for grant review.
These officials will ensure funding aligns with agency priorities and the national interest.
The order also allows for the termination of current and future federal grants at any point.
No new funding opportunities can be announced until these new protocols are implemented.
The Trump administration claims this will strengthen oversight and streamline grant-making.
However, scientists argue it gives control of research funds to individuals influenced by politics, not expertise.
Joseph Bake Coleman, a University of Washington scientist, believes this politicizes a previously neutral process for funding science.
The Association of American Medical Colleges warns this will delay progress on vital cures and treatments.
The administration has already terminated thousands of research grants at agencies like the National Science Foundation and the National Institutes of Health.
These terminated grants covered topics such as transgender health, vaccine hesitancy, and misinformation.
This order could impact a wide range of grants, from emergency relief by the Federal Emergency Management Agency to public health initiatives.
Experts predict legal challenges to this executive order are likely.
This shift in grant oversight raises significant concerns about the future of scientific research in the United States.
The potential consequences of politically driven funding decisions warrant careful consideration.
Many millionaires are moving their assets to safer locations due to global economic instability caused by conflicts and trade wars.
This trend is known as the Great Wealth Migration, and countries like Montenegro, the United Arab Emirates, and Malta are seeing an increase in millionaire residents.
This year, approximately 142,000 millionaires are expected to relocate, seeking better opportunities and financial stability.
While traditional destinations like Switzerland, the United States, and the United Arab Emirates remain popular, an Eastern European nation is emerging as a millionaire hub.
Montenegro has seen a 124% increase in millionaires over the past decade, according to the Henley Private Wealth Migration Report 2025.
Although its current millionaire population of 2,800 is smaller than other countries, Montenegro has gained significant attention.
This interest is partly due to its former Investment for Citizenship program, also known as a Golden Passport.
Montenegro is appealing because of its proximity to Europe and flexible tax system, according to Dominic Volek of Henley & Partners.
He also notes Montenegro is attractive for wealth preservation due to its low flat income taxes and absence of inheritance or gift taxes.
Its Adriatic coastline, luxurious properties, and Mediterranean lifestyle also contribute to its appeal for investors.
The report predicts an even larger migration of around 165,000 millionaires next year.
Geopolitical instability and other factors have fueled this desire to relocate among the ultra-rich.
This trend is so prominent that some are referring to it as the Great Wealth Migration.
Global investors are now considering political risks when making decisions about where to live and invest, according to Volek.
He explains that as global powers become more involved in conflicts, these considerations become even more important.
These factors contribute to the increasing trend of wealthy individuals seeking more stable and secure locations for their assets.
The Giving Pledge, established in 2010 by Bill and Melinda French Gates and Warren Buffett, encourages the world's wealthiest to donate at least half their wealth to charity.
A recent report from the Institute for Policy Studies reveals that this pledge remains largely unfulfilled after 15 years.
Most signatories are significantly wealthier now than when they initially joined the pledge.
A majority of the charitable giving has been directed to private foundations and donor-advised funds rather than directly to operational charities.
The Institute for Policy Studies team encourages public scrutiny of their data and methodology used in the report.
According to the Institute for Policy Studies calculations, few pledgers have actually fulfilled their commitment.
Only one living couple from the 2010 pledgers, Laura and John Arnold, have given away half their wealth.
Among the deceased United States pledgers, only 8 met the pledge before their deaths.
The Giving Pledge is a moral commitment, not a legal contract, allowing signatories to choose their supported causes.
It aims to inspire generosity and establish new standards for billionaire philanthropy.
256 individuals, couples, or families have signed the Giving Pledge, including 194 from the United States.
110 United States signers remain billionaires, with a combined wealth of approximately $1.7 trillion.
The collective net worth of the original 32 United States signers has grown substantially since 2010.
A large portion of the donations from the 2010 pledgers went into private foundations.
In 2023, 44 foundations connected to these billionaires held $120 billion in assets.
For most pledgers, wealth accumulation outpaces charitable giving, making the pledge difficult to fulfill.
Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer met privately with President Donald Trump to discuss the negative impact of tariffs on the automotive industry.
Securing this meeting was a significant achievement for Governor Whitmer, a potential Democratic presidential contender in 2028.
Governor Whitmer presented a slide deck to visually illustrate her points regarding the tariffs.
Her approach highlights the challenge Democratic leaders face in balancing state interests with opposition to the president's agenda.
This direct access to President Trump is unusual in the current political climate.
This was Governor Whitmer's third White House meeting with President Trump since his inauguration.
Unlike a previous, highly publicized encounter, this meeting was kept private.
Governor Whitmer emphasized the potential economic damage from tariffs in Michigan, a key state in the 2024 election.
She also discussed federal aid for ice storm recovery and potential changes to Medicaid.
President Trump did not make any firm commitments during the meeting.
Concerns about job losses, reduced profits, and price increases due to tariffs are widespread.
White House spokesman Kush Desai stated that President Trump is deeply committed to revitalizing the American auto industry.
Desai highlighted new trade agreements that could open foreign markets to Michigan-made vehicles.
President Trump often favors public presentations with technology leaders like Apple Chief Executive Officer Tim Cook.
Chief Executive Officer Tim Cook recently presented President Trump with a commemorative plaque and pledged substantial investments.
President Trump claims to have secured trillions in investment commitments, although these figures have not yet been reflected in economic data.
Highway 58 has reopened between Oak Ridge and Willamette Pass after a wildfire in the area.
Traffic is being directed in one lane between milepost 37 and 38, just east of Oak Ridge.
Travelers are advised to use caution and watch for workers and fire equipment.
The wildfire east of Oak Ridge is estimated to be around 35 acres and is burning timber on steep ground.
Evacuation alerts remain in effect for residents along Roberts Ranch Road and Dunning Road.
The cause of the Aubrey Mountain fire is currently unknown.
Fire suppression efforts overnight successfully slowed the fire's progression.
Fire crews are focusing on digging a line around the fire and addressing spot fires.
9 engines, 2 hand crews, an interagency hotshot crew, and 3 helicopters are working to contain the fire.
An additional hotshot crew, hand crew, and helicopter are on their way to assist.
Oak Ridge is expected to experience high temperatures and moderate to strong winds.
Smoke from the fire will likely remain visible as crews work to mitigate hazards.
The initial fire size was estimated at around 25 acres.
Helicopters and air tankers were part of the initial response on August 7th.
A Level 3 Go Now evacuation alert was issued for residents along Roberts Ranch Road and Dunning Road.
Level 3 means there is immediate danger and residents should leave immediately.
Researchers have linked the gut-brain connection to the onset of Parkinson's disease.
A recent study identified gut microbes associated with decreased riboflavin and biotin, suggesting vitamin B supplementation as a potential treatment.
Nagoya University researcher Hiroshi Nishiwaki stated that supplementation therapy targeting these vitamins shows promise for alleviating symptoms and slowing disease progression.
Parkinson's disease affects nearly 10 million people worldwide, and current treatments focus on symptom management.
Symptoms such as constipation and sleep problems can appear up to 20 years before motor control loss and dementia.
Prior research indicates that individuals with Parkinson's experience microbiome changes before other symptoms manifest.
Nishiwaki and his team analyzed fecal samples from 94 patients with Parkinson's and 73 healthy controls in Japan.
They compared their findings with data from China, Taiwan, Germany, and the United States of America.
Although different bacteria groups were involved across countries, they all influenced vitamin B synthesis pathways.
The study found that changes in gut bacteria were linked to decreased riboflavin and biotin levels in individuals with Parkinson's.
A reduction in gut bacteria genes responsible for synthesizing vitamins B2 and B7 was observed.
The lack of these vitamins was linked to a decrease in short-chain fatty acids and polyamines, essential for a healthy intestinal mucus layer.
Nishiwaki explained that deficiencies in these molecules could thin the intestinal mucus layer, increasing permeability.
This weakened layer may expose the intestinal nervous system to toxins like cleaning chemicals and pesticides.
These toxins can lead to overproduction of alpha-synuclein fibrils and nervous system inflammation.
These factors contribute to the motor and dementia symptoms of Parkinson's disease.
Thank you for listening. Stay informed, stay aware, and join us again for more updates that matter. Until next time.
Thanks for staying informed. See you in the next episode.